Archangel Michael speaks now through the stillness of this hour, and his voice trembles through the veil of your reality. He says, "Last chance." The air around you seems to hold its breath, for tonight something sacred and unexplainable is aligning. There is a summons, a call from realms higher than your imagination, and it carries your name. A billionaire family, one known not merely for their wealth but for the spiritual covenant they hold with divine abundance, has requested your presence. The invitation is not coincidence, it is orchestrated by heaven itself. The meeting is set for tonight at 11 p.m., and the offer they will present has been written in the archives of fate long before you took your first breath. Michael whispers, "Do not ignore this." He pleads softly but firmly, his wings trembling with urgency, because he has seen how many times you have hesitated when destiny knocked at your door. You have been patient, faithful, enduring storms silently, never realizing that every heartbreak, every delay, every betrayal was secretly preparing you for this night. This is not merely a meeting with people of great wealth, it is a meeting with purpose. It is the convergence of earthly power and divine assignment. Heaven has whispered into the ear of someone powerful, someone influential, someone capable of changing the direction of your life, and that person has already decided that you must be part of something monumental. Archangel Michael says that the invitation came after a long spiritual investigation. For months, higher beings have been observing hearts, testing intentions, and measuring integrity. Out of thousands, your name kept returning like light to the surface. You were chosen not for perfection but for purity of spirit. The billionaire family is not meeting you by accident, they are instruments of providence. One of them had a dream 3 nights ago in which they saw your face surrounded by radiant light. They did not know who you were, but they felt peace. When they woke, a voice told them, "Find the one you saw. Offer them the opportunity that will alter their path." That voice was Michael's own. Heaven has been working behind the scenes to bring you to this hour. At times you may have felt forgotten, like your prayers went unheard. But in truth, the divine was rearranging circumstances so that when this moment arrived, everything would align perfectly. Tonight at 11 p.m., a symbolic gate opens. If your heart remains open too, energy will flow in ways that transcend logic. God wants you to trust that no harm can reach you when you walk in divine timing. You are safe, every step is guided. All you must do is believe that heaven's plans are real. Michael says he has seen your sleepless nights. He has stood by your bed when you whispered, "When will things finally change?" He has carried your tears to the throne of God, each drop glowing like a gem. He watched as you lost faith in yourself but never stopped believing in love. That resilience has written your signature on heaven's scroll of destiny. This is why you were chosen for tonight's encounter. You are not being rewarded randomly, you are being recognized. He says, this meeting will not feel ordinary. When you enter the space, whether physically or through a divine sign, you will feel something shift inside. Your energy will rise, your intuition will heighten, and a familiar peace will surround you. It may take place in a dream, a sudden message, a phone call, or even a spiritual visitation, but however it manifests, you will know. The offer that comes will carry the vibration of heaven. It may sound like a business proposal, a creative partnership, or a life-changing opportunity, but its essence will be divine assistance disguised as human generosity. Archangel Michael reminds you that God sometimes hides blessings in unexpected forms. What looks like a worldly offer is often the doorway to spiritual evolution. So, do not fear. Do not doubt your worthiness. When they speak, listen with the ears of the soul. You are not being tested anymore, you are being invited. Every delay that frustrated you was not denial, it was preparation for this one divine hour. He tells you that angels have already gone ahead of you to clear the path. Contracts are being spiritually signed, papers are being arranged, resources are being shifted. Someone powerful has been restless for days, unable to sleep, feeling a divine push they cannot explain. They think of a face, yours, without understanding why. Tonight, the reason will be revealed. Michael's tone grows softer, but his urgency remains. Do not ignore the call. He knows that fear disguises itself as logic. You might feel doubt, thinking, why me? But heaven answers, because you never gave up even when no one saw your worth. God has seen how you carried yourself with quiet grace through injustice. He saw you smile when your heart was breaking. That humility created a vibration that reached the highest realm, and now the heavens are responding. This is divine reciprocity, the return of everything you gave without expectation. The billionaire family represents more than wealth, they represent restoration. Each of them carries a key that fits a door in your destiny. Some hold financial blessing, others carry connections, and one carries emotional healing. Michael says the one who speaks first tonight will feel as if they have known you for lifetimes. Their words will awaken something ancient within you, a memory of why you came to this earth in the first place. You will realize that you were never meant to live a small life. You were meant to bridge the spiritual and the material, to show that faith and prosperity are not enemies but twins born of divine purpose. At 11 p.m., the spiritual clock aligns with your soul frequency. You may feel a strange calm, as if time itself pauses. That is the signal. Close your eyes then, even if you are not in any physical meeting, and whisper, I am ready. The angels will do the rest. They will transmit messages to those meant to find you. Expect unexpected communication, a message, an email, a coincidence too precise to dismiss. Heaven's coordination is flawless. Michael continues, you may feel nervous, but remember, fear is only faith inverted. Trust the process. You are protected. He reminds you that light cannot be harmed by darkness once it knows its own power. Your energy field has been fortified by prayer. The moment you surrender to divine timing, every adversary loses authority. God is watching with affection. He says, "My child, tonight I reward your faith. You have waited long enough. You have passed through the valley, and now I lift you to the mountain. Do not be afraid of heights, you were born to stand tall." The angels rejoice because this moment is not just about you receiving wealth, it is about you stepping into your purpose. The meeting symbolizes partnership between heaven and earth. Through you, miracles will ripple outward to others. When you are blessed, you will bless. That is why heaven can trust you with abundance. Michael shows a vision, a table surrounded by people in elegant silence, candles flickering, air heavy with meaning. Then, a light descends and touches one seat, the one reserved for you. That light does not burn, it warms. The one sitting across from you looks into your eyes and says, "We've been waiting for you." They speak not only for themselves but for the entire divine realm. Every moment of your past now rearranges into purpose. The betrayals that once hurt you become stepping stones. The loneliness that crushed you becomes a signal of spiritual separation for elevation. Nothing was wasted. Archangel Michael declares, "This is your last chance to say yes to the calling." Not because God will abandon you, but because this alignment is unique. Timing is sacred. Just as stars align once in centuries, some invitations come only once. When heaven orchestrates a symphony, you must play your note on cue. Delay, and the melody shifts. Act, and it unfolds perfectly. He assures you that there is no danger in answering this call. God has assigned multiple guardian angels to surround you. You are protected in the physical and spiritual realm. No weapon, no curse, no ill wish can penetrate divine timing. You are cloaked in light. At the exact moment of 11 p.m., if you feel a shiver, a sudden rush of energy, or hear silence become louder, know that it is not imagination. It is heaven's signal. The meeting begins in unseen dimensions before manifesting in the seen. You will feel the presence of Michael himself, wings wide, standing behind you. His sword of light will cut through fear. You may receive signs afterward, a sudden call, a message from an unknown number, an opportunity that feels surreal. Accept it. Do not dismiss it as luck. Nothing is random when Michael is involved. God says that this offer will open 3 doors in your life. The first is abundance, resources flowing effortlessly. The second is connection, meeting souls destined to walk beside you. The third is purpose, clarity about your divine assignment. You are not being asked to prove anything tonight. You are simply asked to be present, alert, receptive. Heaven has already done the heavy lifting. This is the harvest for all the seasons you sowed in tears. Michael warns gently, if you ignore this inner call, the door will not close forever, but it will take time before it opens again. That is why he repeats, last chance. Not as threat but as love, urgent, pleading, protective. He knows the world distracts you with noise, but he begs you to pause and listen within. Breathe deeply. Feel peace settle in. Even as you read these words, the divine energy is surrounding you. The fear that once held you tight is loosening. A warmth rises in your chest because heaven's frequency is touching your heart. God speaks softly, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong. I am with you. All you must do is trust and pray. These words are not metaphor, they are energetic keys. When spoken, they unlock blessings dormant within your own soul. Michael tells you that angels are already whispering your name in boardrooms, in dreams, in the hearts of people who can help you. Do not worry about how it will unfold. Just say yes. Your life is on the brink of transformation. What was once heavy will become effortless. What was delayed will accelerate. People who ignored you will seek you. Opportunities will appear out of thin air. That is the power of alignment when faith meets timing. Michael concludes, tonight at 11 p.m., when you feel the stillness, whisper to heaven, I am ready for my divine meeting. Even if you are alone, you are surrounded by angels. Even if you hear nothing, your spirit will receive instructions. Trust that the unseen is more real than the visible. He places his hand over your heart now, filling you with peace. You are not alone. Heaven has orchestrated everything perfectly. From this night forward, expect signs, numbers repeating, sudden chills, random kindness from strangers. These are confirmations. You have been chosen for a reason greater than you know. The billionaire family's invitation is a symbol of heaven entrusting you with influence and abundance so you may bring light wherever you go. Your humility will protect you from pride, and your faith will sustain you through change. God smiles upon you now. The angels sing quietly in the distance. Your destiny clock strikes closer to 11 p.m. The moment approaches. Heaven waits for your heart's answer. So, breathe once more. Release doubt. Say silently, yes, I am ready. The universe aligns. The meeting begins. And through the corridors of time, Michael whispers again, you are safe. You are loved. You are chosen. Nothing will go wrong. Trust God, and everything will unfold exactly as written. Archangel Michael says, last chance. Heaven has been watching you closely since sunrise today, and everything in the unseen realm has shifted in your favor. The silence you've been feeling all day wasn't absence, it was preparation. The angels have been moving quietly, arranging something that has never been offered to you before. A billionaire family, yes, the very one whose name you've unknowingly whispered in your dreams, has been guided to request your presence at a secret meeting tonight at 11 p.m. They do not know why they feel compelled to see you. They think it's a coincidence. They think it's a business matter. But heaven knows it's divine design. You have been chosen for a moment that will test your trust, your courage, and your readiness to receive something far beyond material gain. Michael stands beside you now, wings expanded wide, his sword gleaming with the fire of divine timing. He whispers urgently into your spirit, "Do not ignore this message." Every time you have delayed divine instruction, another blessing had to wait. Tonight, waiting is no longer permitted. The clock of heaven strikes differently, and at 11 p.m., when earth sleeps, the divine gate opens for those awake in faith. The billionaire family's call is not just about wealth, it is about legacy, influence, and alignment. What they will offer you is something money cannot measure. It is a seat at a table that destiny built before you were born. You've prayed for signs, for confirmation, for some visible proof that heaven hasn't forgotten you. This is it. The call you are about to receive, the message that will reach your phone, the person who will mention your name tonight, none of it will be random. The angels have written your name into a conversation that powerful people are having behind closed doors. They will not understand why your name keeps returning to their thoughts, but you will. It is because Archangel Michael has whispered it into their conscience repeatedly, ensuring they cannot proceed without including you. Heaven says you have passed through long seasons of isolation, doubt, and silence. You wondered why no one saw your value, why those you helped disappeared, why every opportunity felt delayed. It wasn't punishment, it was purification. God was refining your spirit for visibility that carries responsibility. The meeting tonight is not about being seen, it's about being recognized for what heaven already ordained. And Michael wants you to understand this truth: when God promotes you, no human agenda can demote you. Even now, someone from that family is feeling an inner pull, a strange peace mixed with urgency, to connect with you. They might not even know your full name yet, but they will before midnight. The angels of divine connection are moving swiftly, weaving circumstances to bring your presence into their awareness. Every canceled plan, every rescheduled event, every moment you felt rejected was simply heaven's way of protecting the divine timing of this invitation. Archangel Michael urges you not to fear. He repeats to your soul, "You are safe. God is with you. Nothing will go wrong with you." The enemy always attempts to send confusion right before a major elevation. But tonight, heaven's order is sealed. You are stepping into an environment that will see you not through human judgment but through divine favor. The billionaire family is only a vessel, God is the true inviter. They will speak words that sound worldly, but behind them echoes the voice of heaven saying, "Welcome, faithful one, to the place prepared for you." Michael says that your presence will shift the entire energy of that room. Even if you doubt your worth, remember that angels walk in with you. The air will change when you arrive, hearts will soften, confusion will fade. You will not need to speak much, your anointing will speak for you. Heaven has granted you what few possess, invisible authority that commands respect without demand. Those who sit at that table will sense it but won't know why they feel humbled in your presence. That is divine endorsement, not human applause. Do not fear the wealth, the status, or the power surrounding that family. You belong there because your spirit carries a light they need but cannot buy. Their resources are abundant, but their souls are thirsty. You are sent not just to receive but to restore. Michael wants you to remember that divine opportunities are never one-sided. You are not the beggar, you are the blessing. The meeting is heaven's way of using earthly structures to advance spiritual purpose. All day long, you might feel restlessness, maybe even nervousness, as the hour approaches. That's normal. When angels move near the physical realm, sensitive souls feel the vibration. You might feel chills, warmth, or sudden peace. These are confirmations that the veil between dimensions is thinning. Michael instructs you to pray quietly around 10:45 p.m., even if only for a few minutes. Whisper, "Lord, align me with your purpose tonight." Let every word, every gesture, every offer be according to your will. When you do this, heaven will surround you like a circle of light. Michael also warns, do not share this secret invitation with anyone who carries envy or doubt. Some things must remain between you and heaven until they manifest. People who do not carry your vision cannot protect your destiny. Guard your peace tonight as carefully as you guard your breath. The forces that once tried to block you are already trembling. They see the glow of destiny around you and cannot enter the space where God has placed His seal. Remember how many nights you cried asking for breakthrough? How many times you felt invisible even when you gave your all? Heaven recorded every tear, every prayer whispered into darkness. Tonight is the reply. When the clock reaches 11, divine alignment will whisper your name into the right ears. Whether through a message, a dream, or a sudden invitation, you will feel it. And when it comes, do not question if you deserve it, accept it with humility and gratitude. Michael says that destiny often arrives disguised as coincidence. The car that stops near your house, the unexpected call, the new message in your inbox, none of these are accidents. The angel of divine timing works subtly but powerfully. The billionaire family thinks they are making a choice, but in truth, heaven already decided. You are being positioned for something monumental: partnership, purpose, and provision all at once. You will soon see signs everywhere confirming this word: repeating numbers, sudden inner warmth, even songs or phrases that mirror this message. When they appear, smile and whisper, "I trust you, Lord." That simple sentence activates spiritual assurance that cancels fear. Remember, heaven never offers what it cannot protect. God is with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. Those words are not mere comfort. They are legal decrees from heaven's court. Michael has already declared your protection, and no darkness can reverse it. Tonight, when you prepare yourself, light a small candle if you wish, a symbol of readiness. Speak softly, "Father, let your will be done through this meeting." The moment you do, an angel will record your obedience, and heaven's favor will multiply around you. You may not fully understand why this invitation had to come now, after all the waiting, but timing is God's masterpiece. Had it come earlier, you would have entered unprepared. Now your spirit carries wisdom earned through storms. The billionaire family's wealth may appear as the focus, but heaven's eyes are on your reaction. Will you move with faith or with fear? Choose faith. Michael knows your heart. He has seen your loyalty when no one was watching, your quiet prayers, your battles fought in silence. That loyalty has summoned this divine intersection. The family will be surprised by God says, Archangel Michael is standing beside you right now, his wings trembling with the golden light of divine urgency. He is whispering with a tone that pierces through the walls of time and reason, last chance. Tonight, a billionaire family is requesting your presence at a secret meeting. They will offer you something that could alter the path of your destiny forever. You were not supposed to see this message by accident. This moment was written before your birth, carved in the script of heaven, hidden within the folds of divine secrecy until this exact hour. The clock is ticking toward 11 p.m., and heaven is watching how your spirit responds. There are meetings that change the course of empires, and there are encounters that shift the direction of souls. Tonight's calling is both. The world you know now may appear ordinary, filled with the echoes of human struggle and uncertainty, but behind the curtain of the visible, something extraordinary is being prepared in your name. Michael says your name has been spoken in rooms of unimaginable wealth and power. People you have never met, yet whose influence shapes the tides of nations, have been led to you through divine alignment. They think they are inviting you because of coincidence, but Michael knows it is divine coordination. Heaven has orchestrated this invitation not for you to be dazzled by gold, but to awaken you to your royal calling. The billionaire family does not even realize that God Himself is using them as vessels, channels of divine opportunity, unwitting servants of a larger prophecy. You are being positioned in a realm of divine favor, not because of luck, but because your prayers have reached the throne. Every tear, every heartbreak, every night you cried asking for a sign, this is the answer taking human form. Michael says your energy carries something that cannot be bought. It carries divine authority. That's why the invitation came so suddenly. You were not meant to chase this moment was meant to find you. Heaven waited for your faith to mature, for your heart to reach a vibration of readiness. Now that it has, the door has opened. But it is a narrow door, and Michael says it will not remain open for long. He repeats with deep urgency, this is your last chance. Do not ignore this message. At 11 p.m., when the world slows into silence and most hearts are asleep, a secret gathering will occur. Within that meeting room, unseen to human eyes, angels will be stationed, watching, protecting, guiding your steps. Michael has already gone ahead to inspect the atmosphere, clearing away dark energies that sought to interfere. The table where you are meant to sit has already been blessed. The chair that awaits you carries an anointing. It will feel strangely warm, as if someone invisible had been sitting there moments before you arrived. That warmth is the residue of angelic presence. God says, you have doubted your worth for too long. You've looked at yourself as if you were small, unaware that you are the chosen vessel of a grand design. That meeting tonight is not a coincidence, it is a fulfillment. A fulfillment of promises whispered over you in secret. Long before you were born, a covenant was made in heaven that at the appointed time, doors of influence and prosperity would open before you. Now, those words have come alive. But Michael warns, fear is the only enemy that can destroy this opportunity. The moment you begin to doubt, you vibrate away from divine timing. Heaven does not move according to logic, it moves according to obedience. And tonight, obedience means being present, spiritually, emotionally, and if you are called physically, at that appointed hour. This family that is calling for you is not what they appear to be. They have everything the world could offer, yet their hearts are starving for divine truth. God has chosen you to carry that light into their darkness. You will not go as a beggar, you will go as a messenger. You are not the one seeking favor, you are the favor being sent. Your presence will unlock peace in their home. The eldest among them has been having sleepless nights, haunted by visions he does not understand. He will recognize your face the moment he sees you, because your face has appeared in his dreams, sent by heaven as confirmation that help is near. Michael says that during the meeting, you must listen more than you speak. There will be a moment of silence where the air feels heavy, almost sacred. That is the moment when your angels will whisper the exact words you are to say. Do not plan it, do not force it, just allow the words to flow. They will feel unfamiliar yet powerful, and they will strike deep in the hearts of those listening. Heaven will speak through your voice. The offer they will make you is not just about money, it's about destiny. A door into influence, into a position where you can help others, where you can become a vessel for change. But Michael warns again, the temptation of material abundance must never outweigh the purity of your purpose. You will be tested tonight. The test will come in the form of choice: accept what flatters your ego, or accept what fulfills your divine mission. Choose the latter, and the gates of heaven will open wide. God says, you are safe. You are protected under Michael's wings. Nothing and no one can harm you. The darkness that once followed you has been neutralized. The people who secretly wished for your downfall are being exposed and removed. Some have even tried to speak against your name in the spiritual realm, but their words turned to dust the moment Michael intervened. Heaven has placed an invisible shield around you tonight. You may feel a sensation of warmth, a soft vibration on your skin. That is the sign that the angels are near. The room where this meeting will occur has already been spiritually cleansed. You may not notice, but when you step inside, there will be a faint scent of jasmine or frankincense, a signature of divine presence. The air will feel lighter. The atmosphere itself will seem to respond to you. Even the light in the room may flicker slightly as Michael's energy adjusts the environment to your frequency. Before the meeting, God asks you to take a few moments in silence. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and say these words softly: Father, I am ready for what you have prepared. I trust your plan. I surrender my fear. These words will activate divine flow. They will summon peace into your aura and allow heaven to move through you unhindered. Michael says, you will notice something unusual tonight. Perhaps a white feather, a soft shimmer of blue light, or a gentle sound like the rustle of wings. Do not dismiss it, it is confirmation. You may even feel a presence touch your shoulder when no one is near. That is Michael's reassurance that he stands beside you. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. The pain you endured was training for this very moment. The people who left you were meant to clear the path. The doors that closed were meant to redirect you. The loneliness you felt was heaven's way of separating you from distractions so you could hear clearly when this message finally came. God says, your time of obscurity is over. The world will now begin to recognize the light you carry. The meeting tonight is the first sign, a prophetic signal that what has been hidden will now be revealed. The blessings that were delayed are now rushing toward you. The people who once overlooked you will begin to seek your presence. This is divine reversal in motion. Michael says, after the meeting, you will feel an immense peace. Do not be surprised if your phone rings soon after. It will be a call confirming that something remarkable has been approved, decided, or released in your favor. This is heaven's ripple effect, one moment of obedience causing a lifetime of breakthrough. But Michael also adds a gentle warning. He says there is someone close to you who will be jealous of this new blessing. Handle them with grace, but do not share too much. Not everyone who smiles at you is aligned with your destiny. Protect your revelation until it takes root. Speak less, pray more. The angels have been preparing the path ahead. In the next 7 days following the meeting, you will begin to see a pattern of divine coincidences, unexpected money, strange alignments, messages arriving at perfect timing. You may even dream of golden doors opening or hear your name being called in the wind. These are confirmations that heaven is now moving swiftly on your behalf. You are not to be afraid of what you do not understand. God's plan often unfolds in mystery, but it always leads to blessing. Even the confusion you feel right now is part of the transition between your old reality and your divine elevation. As the clock nears 11 p.m., Michael urges you to prepare your heart. Do not rush. Be calm. Feel the presence of your angels around you. They are adjusting your energy, cleansing your aura, aligning your vibration with the frequency of abundance. Michael says, do not think you are unworthy of their attention. You are heaven's chosen. Your humility is your crown. Your kindness is your currency. Your faith is your invitation. The billionaires will speak of wealth, but heaven will speak of purpose. When you open your mouth, something divine will pour out that none of them expect. One of them, the woman seated nearest to your right, will weep quietly as you speak, because your words will touch a wound in her heart that no money has been able to heal. Another will stare at you in disbelief, realizing that you carry answers he has been searching for his whole life. Michael says this is not a meeting of chance, it is a meeting of destinies. Heaven is using the language of business to execute the agenda of spirit. By the end of the night, an agreement will be made, not just in paper, but in the unseen realm. And your life will never be the same again. God says, when you walk into that room, walk with grace. When you speak, let love be your weapon. When you listen, let faith be your guide. Tonight, your angels will record every word, every heartbeat, every moment. Heaven will rejoice as you step into your divine purpose. You have prayed for signs, and this is it. The invitation, the timing, the urgency, all are divine fingerprints. Archangel Michael says, last chance. This means it is not a threat, it is a divine plea. It means the time for hesitation is over. It means heaven has waited long enough. It means your miracle is ready, but it needs your yes. So, at 11 p.m., when the world quiets, say yes.